When the mother returned home, she was stunned to see her daughter-in-law entangled with another man. Yet instead of exposing her, the mother pretended she hadn't noticed. She even found an excuse to send her own son, just back from work, away, covering for her daughter-in-law. But what she didn't know was that the affair was already an open secret in the neighborhood. Later that day, as mother and son carried groceries back, two neighbors mocked them on the street. They sneered, asking the son why he still had the mood to buy crabs. "Are they for your wife's lover?" The son froze in anger. Doubts filled his mind, and he rushed home at once to confirm the truth. The moment he stepped through the door, he slapped his wife across the face and demanded to know where she was hiding her lover. Realizing her secret was exposed, the wife didn't bother to deny it. Without the slightest hint of guilt, she openly admitted her affair. What shocked the man even more was when she coldly revealed another truth. Their 10-year-old child was not his biological son. His world collapsed in that instant. But instead of standing with him, his own mother defended the unfaithful wife. The son turned to her in disbelief, asking if she had known all along. Her stammering silence gave him the answer. He finally understood. She had deliberately sent him out shopping to buy time for her daughter-in-law. Unable to bear 10 years of lies, the man dragged his wife to the Civil Affairs Bureau the next morning to file for divorce. Standing outside the bureau, his wife mocked him again. She sneered that if not for his mother's kindness, she would have left him years ago. Just then, his mother arrived with the boy in tow, trying desperately to stop the divorce. Seeing his mother defend the very woman who had betrayed him, the man felt his heart grow cold with despair. Furious, he tried to strike both his wife and the boy he had raised in vain. But before he could, his mother shielded her daughter-in-law with her own body and took the slap herself. The man froze. Never had he imagined his mother would side with a woman who had destroyed their family, even if it meant turning against her own son. Rage and heartbreak tangled in his chest. He demanded to know why she refused to let him divorce. With trembling lips, his mother spoke of family harmony. She begged him to endure the humiliation for the sake of peace. When he refused, she pulled him aside and pleaded once more. Yes, the child was not his by blood, but after 10 years of raising him, was there not love between them? If he insisted on divorce, she said, she would rather not go on living. The son's eyes burned with pain. To her, his happiness meant nothing. Only the illusion of a whole family mattered. Finally, the mother offered a compromise. "Stay with her one more year," she begged. "If after that you still want to leave, I will no longer stop you." And there she stood, a mother torn between her son's dignity and her desperate longing to keep the family together. The man finally gave in. After returning home from the Civil Affairs Bureau, it was dinner time. His mother was cooking alone in the kitchen, then diligently served hairy crabs to the fake grandson. At the dining table, the fake son only gave crabs to his grandmother and mother, deliberately skipping his father. Watching his unfaithful wife and the son who wasn't his own getting along harmoniously with his mother, this scene pierced the man's heart deeply. He recalled how he once asked to eat hairy crabs, but his mother refused, saying they were too expensive. Yet now she was so generous to the fake grandson, even at the cost of neglecting her real son. The more he thought about it, the angrier he became. He put down his chopsticks, and the next second, he flipped the entire table over. He then questioned his mother. If the fake grandson wanted crabs, she would buy them, but if her own son wanted them, she wouldn't. He demanded she make a choice. Was she going to stand with her real son, or with his wife and her lover's fake son? The mother didn't say a word. She only crouched down silently, picking up the broken bowls and chopsticks from the floor. After cleaning up, she walked over to her son, trying to comfort him. But the man, furious, threw out a paternity test report between himself and his mother. The report confirmed they were indeed mother and son. This truth made it even harder for him to accept. He was clearly her real son, yet she never stood on his side. The mother felt helpless. She told her son she had reasons she couldn't speak of and hoped he could understand her. Just as the man wanted to argue further, a call came from his company. His newly founded business had run into trouble, urgently needing 100,000 yuan to keep afloat. He had no choice but to ask his mother for money. Hearing this, she immediately went to prepare it for him. But at that moment, his wife came crying to his mother. Shamelessly, she confessed her affair with her lover and said the lover's wife had found out. The wife was now demanding that every penny her lover had spent on her be returned, or she would make their scandal known to the world. The daughter-in-law begged her mother-in-law for money to cover it up. The man, overhearing, was furious. He never imagined his wife could be so shameless, still daring to ask his mother for money to patch the hole left by her affair. He thought surely this time his mother would choose to help him, but instead, his mother gave the 100,000 yuan to his wife. The man couldn't believe his eyes. For a woman like that, his mother ignored her own son's business crisis. He couldn't understand what had clouded his mother's judgment to make such an absurd decision. He roared at her, demanding to know why, but she remained silent. The most ironic part came that night. The man suddenly developed a high fever that wouldn't break. Seeing her son sick, the mother felt distressed. To bring down his fever, she rummaged through drawers for medicine. She finally found the last fever-reducing pill in the cabinet. Before she could give it to her son, her daughter-in-law came out of the room, carrying the fake grandson who also had a fever. She asked for the medicine. Between her real son and the fake grandson, the mother chose to give the only pill to the fake grandson. The man lay on the sofa, watching everything before his eyes. Burning with fever, unable to get even a single pill, his last hope for maternal love was shattered completely. Because of this act, the man resolved to move out of the house and live at his company. He never returned home again. Even when his mother came to visit him at the company, the receptionist stopped her at the door. But the year-long deadline the man had promised was approaching. Little did he know, his mother's long-hidden plan for revenge was about to begin.